Hey guys, so in today's video, I thought that I would bring up some points to consider if you are trying to figure out if working in the medical field or going into the medical field is something that may be right for you. So what I'm going to do is I do have my little phone with a screenshot brought up of questions that would be good to ask yourself or consider your answers to if you're thinking about possibly going into the medical field. Now, this could be in any range of positions, whether you are CNA, phlebotomy, medical assistant, um, anything working in the healthcare field, nursing, x-ray, whatever. These are important questions to ask yourself so that you can figure out if it's right for you before you spend all the time and money going through getting an education or getting certifications to get started in the medical field. So I'm going to jump right into it. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone to pull up the right questions. So one thing to know is working in the medical field is not for everybody, and that's why I am making this video, so that hopefully if you are considering it and these things do not pertain to you, then maybe it would give you pause to consider something else. Okay, so the first question is, do you enjoy working with others? So this is something that's very important because in the healthcare field or the medical field, whichever you want to call it, teamwork is so important. There are so many other different people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis in the healthcare field. Pause. I am going to interchangeably use the words healthcare field and medical field, so please don't get angry if I say healthcare one time and medical another time. So, okay, let's unpause. Teamwork is very important in the medical field because, you never know what you're going into on a daily basis. You never know what's going to happen, and it's important to have coworkers that you can rely on to help you out. There have been so many times as a CNA that I have been drowning, and if it wasn't for, my coworkers stepping in to help me, I don't know how I would have made it through the shift. It is also important to be able to work with a bunch of different types of people. That's why, do you like working with others? Because if you're a person who likes to kind of stay to themselves and doesn't really like interacting with their coworkers, the medical field might not be for you, because there are a lot of times, like I said, when teamwork is really necessary in the medical field, and you kind of need to be able to work with people in order to do your job in the proper way. The next question would be, do you enjoy helping people? And that is not just patients or residents, that's also your coworkers, because like I said, teamwork is very important in the medical field. But obviously with patients and residents, you should probably enjoy helping people because it's basically your job. If you don't like helping people and you don't like hearing people's complaints or trying to make people feel better, then the medical field is definitely not for you, because you're going to encounter people that have a lot of complaints, they're in pain, they don't feel well, and they're coming to you to try to help them feel better in whatever capacity that you can do that. Even as a CNA, you're still helping people feel better by, providing assistance with activities of daily living. Putting lotion on them even can help somebody feel better. And the medical field is definitely very rewarding, but I will say it is rewarding personally and professionally, but it can also be a very thankless job. There will be lots of times where you don't get told thank you. So if you need somebody to constantly be thanking you for the work that you're doing, this is also not for you. The next question is, are you interested in the human body? If the human body freaks you out, if bodily functions freak you out, the medical field might not be for you. Now, there are certain aspects of the medical field or the human body that you might not encounter in every position. So definitely look into it if you think that you can get into, or if you think that you can deal with like something like radiology, then maybe x-ray tech is for you. Like CNA might not be for you if you can't handle dealing with poop, because that is a pretty frequent occurrence. But, if you're not interested in the human body, how it functions, things like that, medical field is probably not for you. Just being honest. Another question is, do you have the skills? Because there are definitely a lot of different skills depending on which positions you are looking into. There's interpersonal skills, organizational skills, computer skills, specific medical skills that would be specific to your desired position, or your desired career path. Obviously, those things are important to look into. And if you don't have those skills, are you willing to put in the time and effort that it takes to develop those skills? Some skills are a lot easier to develop than others. Some career paths and positions are easier to get into than others. For example, CNA is a fairly quick and easy process to get that certification. Whereas like X-ray tech, you need a degree to do that in most cases, at least in most cases that I have seen. I haven't really ever encountered a just certification program. Most of them are degrees. So, you know, it's definitely important that you think about those things. Those were all the questions that I came up with. If you guys can think of any other questions that people could ponder as they try to consider whether getting into the medical field is right for them. I have gone through a bunch of different changes throughout my career process, and someone brought it up to me the other day on a video that I recently posted, how, you know, they started with me working as a CNA. They've been following me for the last 3 years. And in the last 3 years, I've gone from CNA to phlebotomy to medical assisting, and now I'm pre-med, which I get that that might seem like you're going through a lot of twists and turns, but I see the value in every different certification that you hold. I definitely feel like it makes you a lot more marketable in trying to find a job or trying to get a job. And in a lot of ways, my work as a CNA, phlebotomist, medical assistant, all of the above, has prepared me for this pre-med journey that I am currently on. So yeah, I would definitely look into all these questions, think about, you know, actually take some time to think about, is this really the right thing for you? Is this the right choice? Because it would not be very good if, you know, you got into this for the wrong reason. If you got into it and then realized that you really, you know, it really wasn't for you after spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a degree. You know, obviously with like a CNA certification, that loss might not be as difficult as someone who has spent, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars on like a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree even. But a loss is still a loss. So hopefully these questions have helped you think about it. If you guys have any other topics that you would like me to discuss in the future on my channel, please let me know and I'd be glad to get something filmed for you. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, please leave them in the comments below and I will probably address them in a future video. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time.